Toronto on defense. They trail by 1. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA, had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Pass to Joe. Here's Hartenstein. Banked in off the glass. Hartenstein's got 12.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Boucher with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Barrett. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Boucher kicks to Ingram. Picked off in midair. Here's Joe. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, want to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Here's Barnes. Back to Boucher. Pass to Barnes. Fires from 14, and the Raptors miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the defense.
Joe, good. Joe's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is Joe's role. He's out there to space the floor with his outside skill.
Here's Quickly, driving to the basket, and they're able to recover. Barrett finds Boucher. Can they get it? Barrett the pass to Boucher. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Hey guys, the league has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The Raptors making a switch here. Dick's checked in. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Here's Barrett. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Barrett gets it to go.
Using some muscle there on the finish. I like seeing Barrett be active inside.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
And Toronto making a change here. Apaji's checked in. Ingram finds Dick. Boucher with a screen on Caruso. Shots good by Boucher. Boucher's got 9 points here in the second half.
and that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
Boucher the screen. Barrett the pass to Boucher. Either side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Raptors also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Walter in for R.J. Barrett. Ingram, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Pass to Abaji. Ingram against Caruso. Ingram deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. Over Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Great offensive players can use that pump fake with such advantage. Ingram gets the foul. Extra points coming.
Wiggins is checked in for Oklahoma City. Topic comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Holmgren can't hit.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And that one, good. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Again, it's Jalen Williams. He is in a groove, playing with confidence. Just keep finding him. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 17 points was their biggest margin. Out to the right wing. A three-pointer. Wiggins. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Abaji, the pass to Ingram. They set the pick over Williams, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Ingram's got 14 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pre-foul. You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
Outside Williams. Six on the shot clock. From 10 feet out. Nice jump shot. Good. Williams has got 19 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing.
Oh, he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Raptors out in front, leading by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Wiggins is out there with Williams, and it's Holmgren in at the 5 spot. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Lawson up top, covered by Wiggins. Offensive rebound, and Pirtle able to finish. And the Raptors lead by 3.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Thunder shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren, and that one, good.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
And, guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
Raptors need to get a shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Jacoby Walter. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
You never want to foul a jump shooter. Dick certainly qualifies as one.
The first one falls. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And both free throws good for Dick. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Lawson. The shot from the low post is good. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And so many different ways Dick gets the ball to his teammates. Always on time and on target.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Dick. The Thunder with another miss. Barnes with it. Boucher the screen. A drive by Barnes.
Do not test Mr. Holmgren, a gifted shot blocker.
Manuel quickly. He's checked in for Toronto. And a miss there off the inbound. Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And it's Wiggins missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
A tricky move there from Barnes. He's clever at getting defenders to bite on the shot fakes.
We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can defend, and he can really pass. Brent, he seems like the ideal wing.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. And you don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities. But the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
You know, whether he's coming off the bench or Brent starting, Emmanuel quickly can score.
IQ is something else. I mean, he finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting in one season. He's capable of putting up 30 as a starter or as a reserve, but it's a unique perspective to sit on that bench, watch the flow of the game, and come in and be impactful. IQ does that.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Barnes down low. Covered by Wiggins. Here's Quickly. The teardrop falls in.
You like Quickly's decision-making, that time calling his own number.
The Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Joe finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Here's Joe. And Lawson with the block. and they recover it. 3 on the clock. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City. Boucher with a screen on Wiggins. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Alex Caruso.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Got a chance to listen in on Darko Rajakovic during the huddle. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ingram. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Outside Williams.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
First person to foul. 13 foul.
Hartenstein finds Dort. It's stolen by Barrett.
And he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boucher sends it back. Barrett wide open. He fires. Krills it from outside. And now a 7-point Raptor lead.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Williams. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. It's Ingram on the wing. Covered by Joe. Now here's Ingram. And slammed up by Ingram.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Pass to Hartenstein. Shoots over Ingram. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Hartenstein.
Shouldering more and more of the offensive load, SGA understands that his teammates they depend on him to set them up too.
And that one falls for Ingram.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Trailing by 9. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Pirtle pulls it down. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, quickly. Back to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Ingram's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
And right now, people wanting to tune in as Brandon Ingram is putting on a show.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points now in the quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barrett. And it's Barnes at the elbow. Quickly against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Out to Barrett. Barnes with it. Now Ingram. A 3. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight.
Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over quickly. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And it's 29 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Toronto.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Hartenstein with the screen on Barrett. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander.
You could stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Here's Caruso. And the Raptors call time here. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
A surprising timeout here with the game in the bag.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel